The economy is dying, and women killed it. Modern women are essentially responsible for the state of the economy. You see, once upon a time, we had social contracts. There were contracts between men, women, and society. There were contracts that illustrated that men would invest in society, they would invest in their families, they would invest in women, and in return, they would have something worth fighting for love of country and of family. But those contracts have been broken. Look at this comment from CPT. He says, I'm 57. I wanted a wife and children. However, let's look at feminist society. It said, nope, you're not good enough. Even as a licensed professional, I have nothing to live for. Society has nothing to offer except liabilities. Yet it seems to think it is entitled to my skills and talents without giving me anything in return. The social contract is null and void. Let it rot. And guys, women, after all of the things that they've done, they're just fronting. They're pretending like they're on top of the world, like they can survive and live without men, like they have their own money. But you'll see just how easy it is for them to turn around and go, I want to enter into my soft girl era. I mean, the way these women behave, you would think they were men, though. But let's jump into the video.
How old are you?
22.
21.
You single?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So why don't you have a man?
Because niggas want temporary shit and just want to fuck, so I'm not on that. I'm too busy making money.
You're looking for a serious relationship now.
Yeah.
Lifelong.
Yep.
If you were to get a man, what would you offer him?
I could go bring whatever he brings to the table.
What would you want him to bring?
Energy, effort, time. That's all I ask. I don't ask for money. I make my own money.
So you're fine making more than your man?
Yeah. I've dated niggas who just got out of jail, so I let them live with me. I fed them, clothed them. Money don't matter to me.
So why you being the man in the relationship?
Cause I ain't never had no nigga step up. So that's why I'm single right now, cause I want a man. I'm ready to be in my soft girl era.
But why go for the bad boy archetype?
You like what you like.
You like what you like. You like what you like. Guys, what did I tell you? What did I tell you? The men that they love are the Chaz and Tyrones. They love the broke boys. You see, this is knowledge a lot of y'all don't want to accept. They love the broke boys. And every so often, they will tell on themselves. They will straight up tell you that that's what they like. That they're attracted to the guys who don't have any money, have no class, have no value, have nothing to really offer. Those are the guys that are most attractive to them. I've said this before. I've been talking about it recently. Sometimes when you see these guys who are homeless on the streets, these guys are former Chads. These guys are former Tyrones. Okay? You wonder how they end up in the streets, and they're in such terrible shape. And the truth of the matter is, it's because of the way they chose to live their lives. They were running the streets for years. They were living off women. All right? They were living off their looks. But it doesn't last forever. You see, it gets old over time. People get tired of their nonsense. They basically squander their lives away. And a lot of these guys are using various substances. And it takes a toll on their bodies. They get old. They have no skills. They don't know how to survive. And they end up in the streets. They end up in the streets. And I've said it already, it's from the streets that they came, and it is to the streets that they shall return. And you see it for yourself. Y'all see it for yourselves. All the time. These bad decisions that they make, they come back to haunt these men. But of course, these men, they don't tell you the truth. They don't tell you about the lives they used to live. They present themselves as victims. Look at this comment. I keep going back to this comment from Viral Girl, who says, in my polite opinion, broke D is the best. But if they are not calling you back, you are disappointing. That's in response to a comment I made where I revealed them. I revealed the truth about women, that they like these broke boys. And she came and she literally admitted it. She said broke D is the best because these guys are fun. They are F boys. Okay? Women have lost, they've lost any sense of personality. Modern women, they have been allowed to run wild, that they no longer have personality. They no longer have personality. Like even the cute so-called anime girl, that likes anime and Star Wars, she's for the streets. I used to know this girl, and she was terrible. Like everybody, everyone, and I had made the mistake of trying to get into a relationship with her. I'm not gonna lie here. That's when I was in my deep simp era, and she was a hardcore 3 to the 0 to the 4, and she was a cosplay. She was a cosplay. She used to do all of that stuff. She was deep into Star Wars, obsessed with that. I mean, and this girl was for the streets. And it's like you don't understand that these girls, they want Chad and Tyrone. They want the streets. They want degeneracy. She was in a degenerate life. She was living a degenerate lifestyle. And if it's like there's this notion, oh, go get yourself a cute nerdy girl. She doesn't want you. I know guys who were dating these cute nerdy girls who told me they were dating these cute nerdy girls, living with them. They had been with them for years, and then the cute girl, nerdy girl, said that she wanted more, and then took off on them and left them. The truth is that she wanted a Chad, she wanted a Tyrone, or she wanted a Plan B guy. She wanted a wealthy guy, and this dude wasn't enough for her. Even though he was holding down the fort, even though he was covering the bills, paying the rent, gave her a roof over her head, she wasn't going hungry. Even though he was able to take care of her, it wasn't enough. Because the streets is always calling out to them, and it calls out to them their entire lives. The streets are no joke. Y'all think it's a joke. It's not a joke. And as you can see, you have these women saying things like they want to enter into their soft girl era. Soft girl era? What is soft girl era? Luxury and comfort. In other words, she's saying that she has her own money. How would a girl like this, how would a woman like this, y'all, get that kind of money? She's covered up in tattoos, right? So what kind of work do you really think that she's doing? You don't know. She could own a salon. She could own a boutique. This right here, her, really? Come on, y'all. She's obviously an adult work. Okay? OnlyFans, Lonely Fools. And I've already said it. A lot of these girls aren't even successful on those platforms. So they're getting their money on the street. They're getting their money right off the street. A lot of these girls make $2,000 easily in a single day on the streets, just selling it. And then they want to turn around and say that they deserve a millionaire. They deserve millionaires and billionaires. And when everything starts to crumble, guys, look at this. Look at society right now. I've said this for years, that society wouldn't collapse. Groups of people in society are going to collapse. And it's going to be nasty because everyone's living off credit right now, putting everything on credit. It's not going to, guys. It's literally the everything bubble that still hasn't popped yet, because they're pushing this thing as far as they can push it. Like, this is really going to be the great collapse. Forget about the Great Depression. It's going to be the great collapse. Everything is going to collapse around us. Women have made a lot of poor decisions, and now they want a cleanup crew to step in and clean up their bad decisions, and it's just not going to happen. Western society is going to experience extraordinary hardship. There's no coming back from this. Based on the things I've been learning, with so much of this debt that we have, they can't make the interest payments on their debts. The United States can't make these interest payments anymore. And all they're going to do is just keep on raising taxes. And at the same time, you have the people who do not have any actual skill sets that are demanding higher pay. Guys, this is wealth redistribution. This is socialism. What they are doing when they do this whole minimum wage thing, where people who, do the lower end jobs in society begin making $20-$30 an hour, even more than people who have actual skill sets. What ends up happening is you have wealth redistribution. That is socialism. And that is socialism that is marching towards communism. That's a result where you basically have the minority enslaving the majority and calling it kindness. And the state they're the ones facilitating it. Guys, people are just going to walk away from Western society. They're going to abandon it. America is going to look like hell. It already is starting to look like hell, all right, compared to developing countries. And other countries are going to laugh at us. And you're going to have a lot of men, especially highly skilled men, that are trying to leave Western society, and travel bans are eventually going to happen. You know what I heard about the Philippines? I heard that originally you could get a 6 month, go to the Philippines for 6 months without needing a visa. So you could travel to the Philippines, visit the Philippines for 6 months without needing a visa. That's changed. Now they reduced it to 2 months. All right. So if you want to stay in the Philippines for more than 2 months, you need to go and do the whole renewal thing. You can't stay in the Philippines anymore for more than 2 months at a time. Before it was 6 months. And that wasn't evidently, that wasn't something that the Philippines did. That's something that the United States did, because too many American men were walking away from Western society. I told you already, the simp economy is moving overseas. Men are beginning to leave. And the craziest thing is when societies begin to collapse, what happens? They allow the women to go and they force the men to stay. And that's when you discover that you are not free. You are not free. Because the men are basically treated as property. Sick reality. Don't forget I have another channel called Angry, where I discuss gaming, anime, geek stuff, nerd stuff, real world stuff, and whatever else interests me. There's a link to a description of the video. Go check it out. Subscribe to the channel. And if you enjoyed the content on this channel and you want even more of this content, you can head over to the Men Walking Away channel, where I release daily videos. It's linked in the description of the video. You can go check it out. Enjoy the content. Support my work. What do you guys think regarding all of this? The economy is dying, and women are the ones who killed it. Let me know your thoughts. We'll talk about it in the comments. Like the video if you like it. Don't forget to subscribe. And if you like the video, share the video. And just remember that all roads lead to MWA, Men Walking Away. And cheers.